Okay, Alaska man in Jersey, here with more Cebu content. Don't think this will be a long episode, but we never really know. Actually, before I jump in, I am going to play video. Definitely this. Okay, that didn't work. I got to start over. Okay, so you live here and you want to get to here because you want to look at all of the things you see here. This and this, even this, and definitely this. Who knows? Maybe you want to see this too. But you've never actually traveled outside the United States. Well, what are you going to do? First, you need to get yourself one of these. Then, you need to understand that a trip from here is going to look something like what you see on the screen right here. So there. Okay. Stop sharing that. Close that out. I'm just sharing that because I was annoyed. I made a short. I thought it was going to be funny. I thought it was going to get some likes, and it got next to none. So I am going to use it as many places as I can. Try a couple of views on it, whether I get credit for them in the short or not. Okay, I want to present my screen. Here we go. I'll share this. Great. Cebu taking a little bit more form. I've got some more specific dates around when I'm going to be traveling. Now I know that I've got about oh man, like 11 days of vacation window. So I can really start to think about what I would do since I know how long I can be in the Philippines. One of the things that I want to look at though is what the largest cities are in the Philippines because it can be interesting to think through. For me, it's going to be interesting. Okay, here we go. To think about the cities I might want to visit while I am here. I want to sort largest to smallest. Okay. Now, what am I looking at? Quezon City, I don't really know anything about. It wasn't on my list. It's got a pretty big population. It's worth exploring. Manila is on the list. Yep, and Manila is the capital, so I'm definitely going to do that. Davao. I was talking to a Filipino recently who called this Davao. That threw me off. I'll go with that pronunciation for now and say Davao is on the list. Caloocan, first class, highly urbanized city in metropolitan Manila. Okay, so that's not really a different city. Quezon is a different city. Most populous city in the Philippines. Okay, and I don't care about when it was founded or why. I just want to know if it's going to be fun to visit. So, Quezon City, Manila, Davao. I think that I was looking at beaches in Zamboanga was one of the locations with one of the really good beaches. So maybe that gets on the list, and then Cebu City. Assuming that considering that I'm definitely going to be in Cebu, the question is, what other cities would I try to visit? And if I have 11 days there, what could that look like? So I'm just thinking it through. If on my first day I am in Cebu, I'm just making a little note. Maybe I'll add something to the stream later. But day one, I'm in Cebu. And I'm just going to be landing in Cebu. So I don't think I'm going to want to travel to another city just yet. I don't want to get into Cebu and then have to fly to Manila on the second day. So day two will also be Cebu, but then day three could be Manila with one L, not vanilla. Okay. Day four, back to Cebu. I want to spend most of my time in Cebu. But at this point, day four, day five, Cebu. I'm playing around with something right now. Day six, where is Quezon City? I'm going to want to make a quick note. Quezon City. Let's just look it up. Quezon City, where are you? Oh, basically this. Okay, so this isn't really. There's Manila and there's Quezon City, which border each other. So I don't necessarily need to make. Okay, so this looks different. So let's say I'm in Cebu for 2 days. Then I kind of do a Manila, Quezon City, John, and potentially stay there for a couple of days. Which could be cool. Then I come back to Cebu. For another couple of days. Davao, that looks like a day trip for now. Let's assume that's just a day trip. So back to Cebu. And actually, I need to think about the vacation. So we're going to count up some days here. My vacation would be if I'm flying out on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday I land. I'm there Monday morning. Monday, Tuesday, I'm in Cebu. Wednesday, Thursday, I'm in Manila and Quezon City. Friday, Saturday, I'm in Cebu. Sunday, I do a little jaunt to Davao. Monday, I am flying. Let me see. Monday, I'm flying so that I land on, let's say, Tuesday night. Okay. So that gives me 8 actual days of adventure because of the day that I'm losing and when I want to get back. Okay. So I can put 2 days in Cebu, make a jaunt, another 2 days in Cebu, make a jaunt, and then come back to Cebu. I think that for a number of days, that's going to be pretty action packed. And if I do that, some of this may switch. I mean, Davao. One of these days, I want to hit the best beach in the Philippines, which is kind of sent more. It's closer to Davao, a little bit west of Davao, if I remember correctly. However, what's going on in Quezon City? Because I don't think of Quezon. Nobody talks about Quezon City. When everyone is discussing where they want to go, it's Cebu, Manila. I keep hearing Angeles, although Angeles isn't really popping on any lists. It's just a red light district. So let me see. This is just going to be an exploration of, what do I want to look at? Let's take a, where is Davao City? So if I go to Davao, Zamboanga, no, it's not that close. Okay, so you kind of have to pick. Zamboanga. And the Filipina I was talking to said that Zamboanga is a very Muslim area. Nothing screams that here. But I thought that was an interesting comment. She made a point of saying, oh, it's very Muslim there. She wasn't bashing it. It was more she was just saying, it's different there, was the subtext to what I understood her to be saying. Okay. So, General Santos City. So then what I am saying is I get into Cebu, spend some time. And when I'm in Cebu, things like Bacolod, Bohol, all of that is up for grabs. But at some point, I go up to Manila, which is the capital, but is smaller than Quezon City. Calamba, Batangas. I don't know if I'm going to want. I don't want to spend all of my time on the road traveling, but I do want to find out what the biggest draws. What are the biggest tourist attractions? Quezon City, Manila, Davao. And let me just be sure I'm completely clear. Best beach in the Philippines. No. What is the nicest beach in the Philippines? Yes. White Beach. Boracay. And the only site most visitors, oh wait, it's the only site most visitors ever see. Long Beach, Nakpon Beach, Sandira Beach, Paradise Beach, interesting. Soud, ABCD Beach. That's kind of weird. Why would you name a beach? There's some weird names to some of these. Okay. So, what is this? Okay. White Beach. Boracay. Boracay. Where is Boracay? I'm going to want to go to White Beach. But I need to know where White Beach is. Ooh, this is okay. Oh. So this is a little bit Bacolod. Okay, Cebu. Not as easy to do as I thought. Bear with me while I resize this. If I want to go, yeah, that's in this weird spot. It's not rats. Okay. So if I want to go from Cebu to White Beach. I'm going all that way just for a beach. And I don't know if I would do that. I would need, yeah, I don't know that it's that much better. Wyndham, interesting. Let's see. White Beach doesn't look good. Long Beach and Palawan. Okay, let me look at where Palawan is. But these are all cities that don't pop up. Where's Palawan? I want a beach that's kind of on the way to something else I'm doing so that I don't have to. Okay. So the best beaches, at least based on these first two, smaller islands. I mean, that could be great. If I wanted to get from Manila, oh, that's Manila. No, if I want to get from Cebu to Palawan, well, that looks like it's probably going to be about a 90-minute flight. Not quite, but that's a flight. That's a day trip. Let me see if I can find a beach that doesn't require me to do an extra flight. I want to. I'm trying to cheat. I mean, I could look for the best beaches in Manila or Quezon City. Actually, I'd probably look for the best beach in Davao because I wouldn't expect Manila or Quezon City to have the best beaches. Too many tourists, like me. Um, the island of Palawan. Well, okay, so Palawan has nice beaches. This is another Palawan beach, Nakpon Beach, Sandira Beach on Bantayan Island. Okay, did I just look that up? I'm starting to forget. Oh, not Bantayan, Bantayan. Okay. Slowly learning Philippines geography. Okay. Where is this? Medellin. Oh, okay. This looks promising. Now, how long do I think it would take to get to there? I don't know. That's curious. Bantayan Island. Yep, center me. Center me. Thank you. Okay. Lost my scale for a second. Okay, so this island, small island off a slightly less small island. Medellin throws me off. Bantayan Island, tranquil island in the Visayan Sea, known for white sandy beaches and swimming. Okay. Huh. In the morning or afternoon. Yes, ma'am. Hour there. Wait, hour. There's a flight to the island. There's a flight to the island. Okay. From where? I'm presuming, well, if I'm in Cebu, I know I can fly there. So I can fly to Bantayan in an hour. And then I could just go adventuring. Now, hypothetically, that's cool. I mean, I will be honest. If I'm out there in the Philippines and I'm just running around by myself, I'm probably not going to go flying to an island on it that's kind of remote. I'll just do the islands that are already accessible while I'm here in Cebu. I'd much rather hop in a rental or an Uber or a Grab, actually a Grab. I'd much rather hop in a Grab and just shoot across the island to something, um, spend the day and get back, then have to deal with getting on a plane, waiting for the plane, all that mess, zipping in, knowing I've got a hard flight back. If you're on a car, you just have a little bit more control of your schedule. Grabs will probably be running all day. I can go in, I can do what I want, how I want, which is much more preferable. What I am kind of gathering is that the best beaches aren't going to be on the large islands, they're going to be on the small islands. Small islands. So I would need to have met like a tour guide or a travel budette who's like, yeah, let's go check this out. That could be fun, especially if it's something she hasn't seen, which could be tricky. But okay, the good thing is I've got a sense for when I would go, which is giving me some context because now I understand how many days I'm looking at actually being in the Philippines. And if I and I will definitely do more research around things I just don't want to miss while I'm there. But I know I want to do Cebu. I know I want to do Manila. Quezon City feels like a big old, just an extension of Manila. Um, so I think I just make that a day, make that 2 days of finding cool spots, the tourist attractions, and visiting them all. And then I come back to Cebu, enjoy my time there, which gives me a chance to kind of visit Bohol and Dumaguete, Bacolod. Davao is really, I'm not that committed to Davao yet. I need to think about it. It's a city I've heard about, it's a bigger city. I don't know anything about what's in Davao. Okay, I need to take a good hard look at um, why I would go to Davao other than just to check the box. What are the biggest tourist attractions in the Philippines? Don't need to go to Rice Terrace and rice fields. That's kind of fun. I don't know if I need to do that again. What is the number one tourist spot in the Philippines? White Beach. Ain't that some mess? White Beach. But if you're looking for a more active beach scene, one of the best places to visit is White Beach in Boracay. Okay, so Davao, you have to compete with White Beach because White Beach sounds like, well, White Beach, according to this, is the one thing I don't want to miss when I'm there. Um, Maybe that's true. Rizal Park, Kayangan Lake, Kawasan Falls, which is in Cebu, like that. Let's make sure I make a note. Kawasan Falls. Tall Volcano and Lake. Yeah. Intramuros in Fort Santiago in Manila. Okay. I think I saw that fort, and I did want to walk around in it. Don't know how long that's going to take, but some boxes must be checked. White Beach. That's a cool. Oh, you know what? I have seen people. Okay, I understand this. Yes, I'm continuing as Gene. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. I've seen people, there's that selfie trend where some guy's girlfriend is leading him by the hand, and you see his hand holding hers, and he snaps the pic. I didn't realize it was this bridge. But okay, they were. I saw someone doing a pic. They're a travel couple. This bridge was big enough to warrant being part of what they included in their portfolio. Speaks to White Beach being a definite destination spot. Oh wait, this isn't White Beach. Ha! So what is this? Because I'm pretty sure it was this bridge. That architecture is very specific. Um, Vegan, I don't know. That's not what I want. Walking around in the city, I can walk around in Cebu. The beach, yeah, I plan to see a lot of beaches. White Beach is at the top of the list, though. Ooh. Tubataha Reef. I don't know about reefs. Reefs kind of scare me. Reefs, I see reefs and I think sharks. And that could be dead wrong, but I was traumatized by Jaws as a kid. No, no, no. I want a nice, long, flat beach with clear water and white sands and a long history of nobody getting bitten. Reefs just don't communicate that to me. The Mayon volcano. Okay. I've actually taken a helicopter ride over a volcano when I was in Hawaii. That was actually kind of cool because you can get close to the lava. You can look down at the lava. Unless you're doing that, this is basically just a mountain. I don't care about walking all the way out there just to see that. Um, a helicopter ride, and I do recommend if anyone's ever going to do some sort of a volcano tour, if there's a helicopter ride over it, do it. That's amazing, especially if it's an active volcano because you get the smoke plumes and all this stuff. And if your pilot is adventurous and wants to make sure you get your money's worth, they'll kind of time the trip so they're sort of flying between the smoke plumes. You're not getting any smoke, you know, on you, but you're getting a good close look at it. It can be quite an experience. It was actually very exciting, and I wasn't expecting it. Um, Lots of people recommended the helicopter tour before I went to Hawaii. I wasn't as big on it, but when I took it, I thought, oh, now I get it. Yeah, this is amazing. Um, what is this? 5 days, 4 nights for what's roughly $1,000. 5 days, 4 nights. Manila. What's that, like $400? Which means that that's $200. Okay. Um, where is this? Bicol International Airport. Nah. Fort Santiago. Yep. I'm probably going to do some sort of a virtual tour of this at some point to see if it looks like it's worth it. One of the big things is you want to make sure that you don't walk all the way out there to some fort that you can walk through in like 30 minutes, where you kind of feel like you wasted your time. Um, yeah. Okay. Oh, getting some notices that popped up for other things I've got to do, but they didn't appear on this screen, so cool. Another volcano, don't care. And yeah, that's not someplace you're going to walk around. So what's the point? Kawasan Falls. Okay, this is cool. This is a quick thing. Yeah, it's a waterfall. You've got scale. It's small. When I was in Indonesia, there was a waterfall. You would be surprised at how fast the water is pushing out from there. I mean, trying to, like, at least the one I was at in Indonesia, once you get up to about here, trying to actually swim to the waterfall is really tough. Water's coming out too fast. This doesn't look rough, but just given the experience I had there, I would imagine that that's why nobody's up in here. Either it's roped off or It's just too hard to swim in here, and maybe it's a little bit deep, so it's pushing you out. Look fun, but this is kind of a quick checkbox. Come over here, bring a sandwich, hide a flask with some whiskey, chill out for an hour or two. Depends on if you've got good conversation going. Could be fun. Could be fun. Kayangan Lake. Okay. Ooh. Now swimming around in this. This is okay. You got a lake with no history of alligators or sharks or anything like that. Yeah, I would go swimming around in that. Um, I could totally do that. That would be fun. What is this? That's in Palawan. All right. I'm just making a note. Making a note. Kayangan Lake. Worth investigating. Riesel Park. What is Riesel Park? A day or two in the country's capital to go on Manila tours is still highly recommended, especially for those looking for the best places in the Philippines for a family vacation. Not what I'm looking for. 60-hectare urban park. I don't have a good concept of how big that is. What's a hectare? Is that 8 acres? Um, no, it's 2.2.5 acres. Hectare. Okay. What was it? Okay, whatever. Um, oh, and I didn't do that on my main screen, so nobody saw it. Okay. Bano, Banao rice terraces. These are huge. Oh my gosh. I walked around in a rice terrace in Indonesia, and it was maybe, well, okay, let me think. So the one I walked around in Indonesia was different because it wrapped around a mountain, so you didn't have this expansive view. Basically, like imagine that there's a mountain going up here. Sure, you could kind of walk down, but then you wrapped around, and it didn't feel as big as this because it's like you were just walking around, kind of an area like this. You get to the other side, and there's more expanse, but you never had just a huge view of the rice field because they didn't kind of curl in on themselves. It was hot and humid, and I sweated like a pig, but it was kind of fun. And everybody had their drones doing all their shots. Now, that was actually kind of, I did think at the time that it would have been cool to have a drone, especially since I could have sent it around the mountain so I could see what was coming. But look at the scale. I mean, these are massive. Yeah, these are much bigger than the ones I walked around in Indonesia. I mean, good Lord. This looks like it's 3 or 4 times bigger, just each level of the terrace. Or yeah, you get what I'm saying. Each floor, let's say, is just so much bigger, so much wider. Hmm. Okay. I kind of want to see this. Ifugao. I don't know where Ifugao is. Cebu's beaches and diving spots. Recently awarded as part of UNESCO's network of creative cities. Well, let's see. Diving in Cebu. Many beautiful Cebu diving spots in the entire country and even the world, featuring underwater caves, shallow shipwrecks, and marine sanctuaries. Sanctuaries, that's a good word. That tells me it's safe. Um, okay. So just getting into something in Cebu. I'm going to do that anyway. Siargao. This is that bridge. Siargao. As a top tourist destination is nothing short of meteoric. Okay, so that kind of aligns with the shot I saw. Once a sleepy island in Surigao del Norte, it has become one of the favorite destinations and playgrounds for travelers. And it is primarily because of one activity: surfing. I don't know how to surf. My brother in law does, so he'd probably love this. It is now known as Philippines' surfing capital. Well, now I'm not as interested in going because I don't know how to surf. Um, okay. Puerto Princesa Underground River. Hmm. Where is this? Palawan. Palawan. That could be interesting. Okay. Puerto Princesa. Palawan. I'm going to have to make sure I get a Ziploc bag for my phone because there are a lot of things there are a lot of situations where I could see myself getting my phone wet. Um, and that would be horrible. What would I do if I'd lost my phone? The Chocolate Hills and Bohol. Okay, when I go to Bohol, I'll do this. Chocolate Hills. I mean, why not? You know what? I want a selfie. Wherever this is, I'm assuming somebody's standing. Oh no, this is too hot. Okay. I want to stand place and I want a selfie in front of the chocolate. That is a goal. I want a chocolate hill selfie. I'm not going to say my vacation was a success unless I have a chocolate hills selfie to post. Mission created. All right. Yeah. And what's number one? White Beach. Yeah, yeah, yeah. White Beach. White Beach. Does look like a pretty awesome beach. Everybody's sailing. I don't see people swimming. All right. So you got to, I don't want to row. I'm going to be lazy. I don't want to do any work. If these are like little cheap things and like somebody takes you out and sails you out for an hour or two and sails you back, that's cool. I'm not paddling anywhere. I'm on vacation. Other people can do the work. I just want to chill out. I would like to swim, and it does bother me that I don't see anyone actually swimming in this. Um, this is hailed as one of the best white beaches in the Philippines. Yeah, I think I've got a. I haven't seen anything to make me want to go to Davao, except Davao on a map. And that is not enough. Sure, I can rearrange some things. I'm spending plenty of days in Cebu, and it wouldn't be hard to switch one of those to a Davao day. But there's got to be a reason to go. And right now, we actually just Davao, Davao City tourist attractions. I have an itinerary. Davao City tourist spots itinerary. Okay, I haven't built my itinerary. Let's see. These guys can build my Davao itinerary for me. The Eagle Center. Um, Conservation for eagles. Yeah, that kind of stuff bores me. People's Park. This destination is a green space where you can take leisurely strolls, have a picnic, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what? What is this? Jack's Ridge. Oh, what's this? Huh. So they do shows. After trying the night market, another hangout place to consider is Jack's Ridge. Dining options, beautiful overlooking views of the city. Um, that's a place to go with a date, but I don't need to go all the way to Davao to do that. Museo Dabawenyo. No pics. This heritage, this museum. I don't want to go to a museum. Eden Nature Park and Resort. I don't really care. Ooh, Sky. Wait. Oh, this park is an ideal place to enjoy nature. It has gardens, a hydroponics section, a playground, and a hiking trail. Those aren't what interests me. What does interest me is try the Sky Rider, Sky Swing, Sky Cycle, horseback riding. I'm not going to fish. The resort is also a possible venue for photo shoots, honeymoons, and team building activities. What is the Sky Rider? Google search. Yeah, what's the Sky Rider? No. Some Marvel character. So, Davao. What is the Davao Sky Rider? Okay. There's a video. Sky Cycle. Oh! Sky Rider is a zip line. Sky Cycle, and I do want to zip line. Okay. Images. Ah. Okay. Ooh. What's this? Okay, that looks fine. Oh. Oh, I have a reason to go to Davao. Sky Cycle. Sky Rider. Yeah, these things look pretty cool. Okay, so this does look fun. Okay, Davao, you're okay, I got it. This looks fun. Kind of want to do this. Yeah. Oh, wow. Ha! None of that made it to my okay, let me do this. Because this is worth showing. None of that was on this screen. So let me just plop this in for a second. Here is all this cool stuff that I was looking up about Davao. If you're afraid of heights, this Sky Cycle, Sky Rider, all this stuff, you probably don't want to do this. I would have a blast. Yeah, I would do this just for the fun of it. Eden Nature Park. That's on the list. Eden Nature Park. In Davao. All right. Okay. Now I can go back. This is part of the fun of vacation. Thinking through all the cool things you might want to do. Climb Mount Apo. The highest peak in the country. Do I want to go climb a mountain? No. Nah. Rent an island? Okay, so if you have more than $20,000 to spare for one night, I do not have more than 20 G's to. Yeah, I don't have G's to play. Must be nice. You and your friends or family can rent Island Buena Vista. This island has pristine white sand shore, turquoise glass-like waters, and an idyllic atmosphere for the perfect isolated getaway. I don't really understand that whole thing. I mean, if I just want to rent a cool venue for 20 G's, I can get really cool venues that I don't have to fly across the world to for less than 20 G's for a night. I don't know why I would want to go all the way out here to spend a day here. I'd have to be insanely rich, doing like some sort of annual event. Um, yeah, and having an annual scavenger hunt or weird, freaky party, something crazy that warrants all of this. But not me. Crocodile Park, don't care, not doing it. Samal Island. This is basically a beach. Not exactly in Davao, but it's close and easily accessible from it. Many attractions and things to do, which makes it a worthy day or overnight trip from the metropolis. I can go to a lot of beaches. Why is this one special? Hajime Falls, or get a water massage under one of its a massage under a waterfall. Or douse the heat by going for a swim. Yeah, we already established we're not climbing mountains. Bird's eye view of the island. Go see some bats? No. At the Montfort Bat Cave or enjoy the slide at Maxima Aquafun Resort. I'm not going to a tropical island to then go to a water park. The island is my water park. But I'm not bringing my kid with me, so okay. Okay, so Davao now has a reason to be. It didn't before, but yeah. Eden Nature Park makes it worth it. All right. So I need to think through a bit more of what I'm going to do. But now that I know the dates, I can come back and I can start looking for airfares and I can start really searching. I've seen that I can do $1,500, 24 hours. Ooh, I got a message from Diane Johnson. Channel compromised. I don't know if she's still there. Compromised how? This might be a troll or a bot. Why would someone come all the way in here just to tell me that my channel is compromised? I don't know. But if I'm getting some traffic, I don't know. That's like the first message I ever got on a live stream through StreamYard is a bot trying to get me to bounce to some other website. Okay. I've reached a milestone. Okay, so I think I figured out. I have figured out a couple of places that I want to go to. Manila, Quezon City. I've got to fit White Beach in. It would be a shame for me not to fit White Beach in. Davao is also going to make the list, which means I'm going to cut back one of my Cebu days. I had 5 days in Cebu. If I cut that down to 4, that means I get Manila, Quezon City as a double, a 2-day excursion. Davao is a day. Yeah. And that Eden Nature Park is probably a day all by itself. White Beach. 2 days, 1 day, 4 days out of what looks like 8 days of adventure. So half my time in Cebu, half my time gallivanting around. Things are starting to shape up. What I will do when this is, as I get closer, one of the things that I am going to do is pull together a formal itinerary. I am not going to plan out every single hour of my days there, but I do want to have a schedule of things that I want to hit each day while I am in the Philippines. Schedule becomes important. When I was in Europe, I backpacked around Europe for a little bit under a month right after college. And I literally landed. All I had I had a return flight. I landed in London. I was flying back from Prague, I believe. So I was forcing myself to go across Europe for the duration of my vacation. But other than that, the only thing I had was a Eurail pass. I didn't know where I was going to sleep that night because I wanted a vacation that was that open ended. And it was one of the most amazing vacations I've ever taken. However, when you do a vacation like that, you waste a lot of time because you don't have a predetermined list of things you know you should see. So you'll find or I should say, I found myself in France walking through the Louvre, then on my way to other locations, realizing, I should give myself another day in the Louvre. That's more important to me than going to see the Vatican, which I didn't do because the trip to the Vatican was going to be too time consuming, just kind of going through Italy. It didn't go to Rome because the way I was traveling, I would have to have gone down to the southern tip of Italy and taken the boat. And there were too many days I was going to lose on my vacation doing that. It wasn't, that destination wasn't worth the number of days I was going to lose. If I developed a list, I know I would have been more efficient with my travel because I just kind of bounced around. I was like, where do I feel like going today? Where do I feel like waking up tomorrow? Sleeping on the trains, all that stuff. It was great. But you end up wasting a lot of time traveling that you could spend adventuring because you haven't planned, and you will invariably realize, I want to be someplace specific, and the only way to get there is to spend 6 hours on this train zipping across the country. Don't want to do that when I'm in the Philippines. An itinerary for me is going to be important. I don't, if it's your first trip, especially if it's your first trip to the other side of the world, I would probably say you don't need as detailed an itinerary because there's a lot that you're just going to be adjusting to. What I would recommend in that situation is to maybe have a few things that you want to see and have some idea of when you want to see them. So if you're there for 5 days and you've got 3 things you want to see, okay, you can just decide day 1 I want to go do this first thing on the list. Day 2 I might not feel like bouncing around, but each day you can kind of decide, do I check something off the box or not? And I have enough time to check things off the box if I don't want to get all worked up and anxious because I'm stressing out about hitting milestones during my vacation. Just make it a vacation, make it something relaxing. That's my thought. You're going to do what you want. I'm just trying to give some thoughts as someone who has taken a trip like this before and has some sense for what I want to do with my trip this time. Anyway, I am really excited about this trip. And I'm just going to keep working towards putting it together. Haven't bought the ticket yet, but I've got, let's say, a week and a half to hard commit. Right now, all signs are pointing to, yes, this is something I want to do. Last Good Man of Jersey, signing out.